Well, hello, hello. How are you all doing? Artanis here. It's been a minute, hasn't it? It's actually been quite a minute since I posted a commentated video, not just a Games with Friends, which we posted, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of, with a highlight. But the most recent one of those was a year ago. A full year. Well, let's get the armor back on. So, where are we? What are we doing? Well, this is an update video. This is the Direwolf 21.18.2 pack, which I didn't think I was going to play, and then I started, and, well, things got out of hand. Things got very out of hand. Very out of hand. Anyway, we're at an outpost. We're hanging out. And this is an unscripted, going to be a total disaster, update video. Why? I don't know, because I can. That's why. Yeah, so it has been a year. I don't know to what extent. It may have been closer to 2. I think the last time I posted a video was actually probably before the beginning of the pandemic, which is crazy. Before that, it was 2 years for Games with Friends, and then there were sort of 3 of those right in a row. And then the most recent Minecraft or commentated video that I have published was 5, probably close to 6 years ago, which is insane. I was actually kind of prompted to make this because I received a comment from Vanillas 2 weeks ago on Minecraft 1.3 update, which is, dear God, that's been a while, hasn't it? 1.3. Here we are, sitting at 1.18. So how have you been? What have you guys been up to over the past 5 years? I'm pretty sure I graduated college in that time. Started a new job. Got another job after that. And another job after that. This is some create contraptioning. I'll explain that in a bit. Lots of ums. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. I'm rusty. So, we'll just get into the world. I could go on for a while on things. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pause for a second and collect myself. All right. Life stuff first, then we'll get into the game. Okay? That sound fair? So, how have you been? It's been a while. Oh, it's you. Things have been decent with me. You know, lockdown sucked, the pandemic still sucks. But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the world. We'll just do a quick life update. So, graduated college. And, had a few jobs in between. I currently work as a platform engineer / software engineer. Job was fun. Yep, we're going to call that good. That's the life update. Outside of that, continue to play games, although less frequently than when I was in college, obviously. And not much Minecraft in the past while. I think I did have a 1.16 server that I ran for some friends, and then we just sort of stopped playing. So, turn that off, and now this is, I'm smashing tab. You might not be able to hear it. This is single player, and I don't really intend to play multiplayer Minecraft probably for the foreseeable future. At least that's what I'm saying. I'm telling myself right now. If I end up building a new server box, who knows? We might do multiplayer. We'll have to see. This is the Direwolf 20 pack. I do recommend it. It's quite good. It is missing equivalent exchange, which I wouldn't have minded having just for fun, because it's been a long time since I've gotten to play with that nonsense. But that's okay. There's a lot of stuff in the pack, a lot of stuff in Minecraft that I just haven't played with yet. I'm familiar with Netherite. I have played updates with Netherite, but not much. I lost my vanilla world when I built my new PC a few years ago, and I just sort of didn't care to go and try and recover it. I wasn't super concerned. There wasn't a lot of progress. So there's a lot of stuff for me to do and explore and see. Like I said, the last time I played was 1.16, so copper, I believe, was in the game, as was netherite and that kind of stuff. But there have been some additional things added, like the fact that we're at Y81 right now, but that doesn't mean anything because the world goes to -64, which is pretty cool. I don't know why they just didn't move 0 down and build height up, but probably some weird constraint based on the engine. So yeah, that's where we're at. This is Create. If you're unfamiliar, I'm sure you're familiar. It's been around for quite a while. It's new to my videos, absolutely. This is sort of 4 modules that are hooked together into a rotational speed controller. This is not the main base, by the way. This is an outpost. The main base is like several thousand blocks that way. So I just decided to come out here and do some playing with Create and do some resource gathering. I wouldn't say I'm super far along, but I'm relatively into the pack. Like, I've got close to endgame Create. I have, you know, a mostly fully upgraded mining gadget. I don't have good tools or armor yet. I was sort of holding out to do some nether mining and get some netherite and go for the advanced netherite mod. Or tinkers, I'm not sure. Just haven't decided on that yet. But that's okay. Anyway. I'll stop being scatterbrained for 2 seconds. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And explain this, and then I'll talk about what other games I've been playing recently. So this, I believe this was a design that Soren came up with. If you're not familiar with Soren, go find him on Twitch. He's a lovely person, and a very smart one at that. But basically, this little thing right here is a self-contained power generation unit for Create. Once you get far enough in, you can make the furnace engine and the flywheel. And then if you have immersive engineering in the pack, you can utilize... I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. I'll fix it later. I should have used this. It's fine. It's fine. You can use the thermoelectric generator. You just do ice and magma or ice and lava. I believe uranium also works, but I think it has to be immersive engineering uranium, and I think that you could probably ordict to it with certain machines, but I think for like unification purposes, it's disabled. And you get power from that, power an external heater with that, redstone it so it stays on, and then the furnace will always be running, which tells the furnace engine, hey, run, into a flywheel, ta-da, effectively infinite power. And I was just playing around with a couple of designs for what might work for like a main power drive. You could chain a bunch of these together, and that gives you very, very... Because these are all factored in, it gives you very, very good stress rating. So like with only one of these, if I were to... I left my wrench at home for create like a dummy. You can see with only the one powering this, these are all running, but we're at about 50% stress, right? And we're running very fast because I'm running this alternator from Create Crafts and Additions into the Tesla coil to charge my gun with. That's all I'm doing with this. Like I said, I'm mostly just having fun. So that's where we're at. We're not going to go over to the main base. I don't have teleporters yet. And I don't really want to fly over there. So, this is just a rudimentary... This guy keeps getting in my bed. I don't really appreciate him trying to steal my bed. But we just got, you know, some basic resources from the surrounding area over here. And then there's a bunch of stuff in the backpack because I went mining. I figure once this fills up with junk, I'll probably I want to sleep. Yeah, as you can see, I was doing some tinkering. Oh, there's a creeper. Come here, you. Dear Lord, I'm rusty. Alright, into the more relevant portion of this. What have I been playing aside from Minecraft? Well, a lot of Deep Rock Galactic, which is quickly become one of my... I'm stealing this. Yoink. It's quickly become one of my favorite idle games, like just to play because it's pretty quick. Matches don't last terribly long, or missions don't. I mean, aside from deep dives and elite deep dives, which are supposed to last a little bit longer. But it's genuinely very enjoyable. Go and do some mining, and yeah, very good gameplay loops. Lots of experimentation to be had with the weapons and the overclocks and all those systems. I mean, I played Deep Rock for a very long time, but as far as like length of time that I've owned the game and had access to it, not so much that I've actually put a lot of hours into it. I've really not put much by way of hours into the game. No, this is quite a cave. Oh, hey, what's this? Monster box. You know, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not really equipped to handle that at the moment. I'm also still getting used to all the new ore stuff. I believe it was a 1.18 change. Maybe it was 1.16. I don't remember. No, it was definitely 1.18, where they swapped to... Wow. Really? They swapped these... the ores to the chunks that are all affected by fortune. So that sort of changed up a lot of the way that I tend to play. It also really, because of the fact that everything is affected by fortune now, I think it let modders get away from the Okay, I need to find, this. I think it let modders get away. Oh, is Deep Slate different? Than just normal iron? Okay, so if you get the ore... Okay, so this is interesting. So if you go with ores, it looks like... Let's look at the... Yeah. So it looks like it's a standard doubling, right? Whereas if you get the chunks, we can find them. These guys, raw iron, which you get when you break the ore. These are all, so like if we go back to the enrichment chamber, you get 1.33, 1 1/3. Like macerating, 33% chance for extra. Direwolf was actually talking about this today, and I hadn't really noticed it, but it looks like pretty much all of the modding community came around, and they sat down and said, well, how do we balance around this? Because if you get fortune... Let's go grab some iron. I'm going to do this. Precision move true. I've lost the cave. How did I lose the cave? If we use fortune on something like iron, we didn't get lucky, so we got 1. We just got 4. So that's 4 ingots. So it makes a lot of sense to either go with Silk Touch and then plan on fortuning later, or if you want to automate, I guess it really depends. Like, there's a lot of ways that I could think to do things, and I'm going to have to break out of some of my old habits, because traditionally I would go with a Silk Touch quarry, a Silk Clearing quarry, or just a standard one, and mark it out. And from there, I would process the ores as ores. But now, from a yield perspective, I feel like it would be better to go with fortune, because you could have this kind of a thing happen where, you get ore from a single ore. And then you only have to have the infrastructure to... I mean, you could skip the maceration or the traditionally or doubling step and not really care. It's 33% more, which is good. It's still more, but it's not double. And of course, a lot of this stuff goes out the window when you start talking about mods like Mechanism, but that's Mechanism. I'm also very excited because it looks like the guys over at FTB revived, rewrote, ported, updated, did something. This screams industrial craft. At least to me. To me, this screams... Yeah, this screams industrial craft. That's my thoughts. We've got quarries, and charge pads, we've got the pump, we've got the transformers, we've got the cables. We've got aluminum and tin, we've got the... Yeah. I mean, this... Oh, wait, what? Are there pipes? Okay, I do not see pipes. But this is a Buildcraft thing. Maybe they're planning on adding more to it, which would actually be really neat. I'd be cool if this FTB Industrial Contraptions was also had some Buildcraft in it. Nuke arrow. That is horrifying. Dear God, how about no? Anyway, getting on a lot of tangents here. Oh, it looks like cool. Yeah, everything seems to be playing nice, and I believe that's because Fabric is a thing. I don't believe it's called Minecraft Forge anymore. I believe it's now Fabric, which is neat. So, but we've got reactors again. We've got coolant cells and uranium and, you know, processing for this kind of stuff, which is... What the hell is that? I don't know. Anyway. Doesn't look like they have some of the more advanced production lines, like with the thermal centrifuge. No, they absolutely don't. But that's fine. That's fine. But we've got a bunch of mods. We've got a lot of cool stuff. A lot of add-ons for a lot of the mods. There's a mechanism integration with Applied Energistics now that I'm excited to play through. I don't have an AE system. That's why we're not going to the main base, because it's unimpressive. It's just a resource stockpile. I do have some create stuff over there, though. Obviously. Yeah. This is actually fairly exciting for me to sort of have something to do and play. And as far as videos go, all right, let's do some. I need to do some real talk for a second. I'm gonna do this so I don't get murderized. Okay, some real talk for a sec. I need a new skin, by the way. I do not know how much I will be posting to this channel. It really sort of depends on how busy I am and what I'm playing at the moment. If I have the energy to sit down and do commentary, that is getting dark. Is it seriously trying to rain on me? Okay. Cow? Cow, you are making... Okay. There. Less noise. Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm reasonably busy. I work a decent amount of overtime. It depends. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. And it depends on what I'm playing. If I'm playing Deep Rock, that's a little more awkward for me to record because I play it with friends and it's just sort of it's more streamable. I need to figure out what's wrong with my stream settings because I'm struggling with a few games like Rainbow Six, and I think Deep Rock was another one that I had problems with. I'm playing quite a bit of Satisfactory, but that, like, the factory that I'm planning is going to run my PC at frames per second before I finish it, I think. And I'm waiting on update on some of the biome updates to finish before I really dig into that. Probably have to replan it a few times just because they're adding resource nodes and shuffling things around, which will modify my production lines pretty heavily. So yeah, basically, I don't really know. It's a question mark. I will post basically when I feel like it. For Minecraft stuff, it's not going to be episodic. It'll probably be more of a world tour, which I know I tried 5 years ago, and that kind of just fell through the floor. I got busy. I'm sorry. There might be some Warframe content. There might be Deep Rock or EVE Online. Well, let's scroll through the old Steam library real quick, shall we? Maybe some of the Ascent. Deep Rock, probably won't record any Elite. Maybe some EVE, maybe Halo if I ever get around to playing it again, if it ever pulls its butt out of its head of its butt. Icarus. Icarus is something I could definitely post, but again, it's going to be more like live stream or post-com type stuff. You can catch me over on Twitch, by the way. Twitch.tv/Artanis215. I don't stream super frequently, but I stream a hell of a lot more than I record videos, render them, and post them to YouTube. That's just sort of a fact of life. Streaming is easy by comparison. I fire up OBS, I get my settings properly, I do an audio check, and I click start streaming. A lot of people put way more effort into their streams than I do, but for the kind of streaming that I do, which is just sort of come hang out and chat and BS with me while I play something, it works great. This is a hobby, not a career. Just let's keep this all on the same page. I'm keeping myself in context here as well. Anyway, back to the game list. MechWarrior Online, that's something else I've streamed in the past. It's good. Risk of Rain 2, very streamable, satisfactory. That's probably a little bit of both. I can do world tour style stuff when I start the factory, and then maybe some highly edited stuff if I feel like learning software more. And then streaming progress as I'm working through stuff. Synthetic, maybe could do like a run-based video format, but those runs can get nuts. Warframe, Vermintide, X4 Foundations. All games that suit themselves well to post-com if I just want to play it and then record commentary over it later. And then yeah, the list of games goes on, but I digress. I'm not really sure what else to say. I'm not. I mean, that's essentially all that I have right now. So, like I said, I'll continue to post here from time to time, and if it tickles my fancy and I'm not going to stream something, I might record it instead and then upload it as like a quote-unquote VOD. Just depends, again, on what all I'm doing. Now that I'm a little more well set up for listening to music and having music through the stream or in the video that's not copyrightable, like that all is a little bit easier to work. But logistics and that kind of stuff. But I think for the moment, that is all I have. We're at like the 30-minute mark, which is insane. I've been blabbing at you for half an hour. I hope you enjoyed. Do give me feedback on audio or video quality type stuff. Hopefully everything comes out okay. I basically just turned my streaming profile on OBS into a recording profile, changed some bit rates around, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, I'll render it down in DaVinci. We'll see how it looks. But, let me know. Let me know how you've been doing. Give me an update on you. Yeah, I think with that, I will wrap up, and I will catch you guys in the next one, or over on Twitch. Take care. Bye-bye.